It was it was it was just a good ball game. Both starters really didn't have it tonight. I'll just speak on Wicklander. He just seemed he couldn't locate his fastball like normal. He was behind in the count a lot, and he couldn't land his curveball. Uh, he didn't have good stuff. He fought it a little bit. He gave us 3 2/3, and we just felt like it was time to get him. He was just too wild. But we hung in there. Costu gave us an inning and a third, and that's kind of what we wanted him to do. Monk was wild tonight. They didn't hit him, but we had to take him out because he didn't throw the ball over the plate. And obviously, we wanted Kevin to go 2 innings, the eighth and ninth, if we keep the lead. But we just had to make the move. And Kevin was outstanding. I think he got 3 outs on 6 pitches when he came in. Just outstanding job there, and really could have got 3 outs on 4 pitches if we turned the double play. But got some big hits. We fought off some pitches and battled, and we got their starters pitch count up, and just found a way to get a win tonight against a really good team.
Hey, Coach, we'll start with Bob.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, congrats. You had to move some guys around at different positions, and Bates, a young guy in there, gets a hit off Rocker, big hit, and just wonder what you thought of kind of your revamp lineup defensively and also on offense.
Well, offensively, I'll start with that. Ethan Bates had a great night for us. I mean, he gets a big hit, his first at bat off Rocker, drives in the first run, cuts that lead in half. I think his second at bat, he walked. I think, and then I don't know. I think that's where he went from first and third on a base hit. I just thought he did a tremendous job there. Sometime in the game, he did that. He had a sac fly, drove in another run, and he just had a super game for us. He made 1 or 2 plays in the outfield, and on the defensive end, we put Wallace at third base, and he didn't get a ground ball, but he made a nice tag on the steal attempt by Bradfield. I mean, that was just that was a great throw, but really good tag. And I think it slowed down that first inning a little bit. We had a bad break there where, we lost the ball in that high sky. It was really hard to see at that time of night. The ball got up there and just disappeared. And sure enough, it gave them another at bat, and they promptly singled and scored 2 runs. And a lot of times when you give a good team such as Vandy an extra out in an inning, they're going to score, and that's what they did. But overall, we didn't make any mistakes in the field, so to speak, and played solid defense. I think we turned 2 double plays, really should have turned 3. But Kevin Copps came in and just did an incredible job to finish up the game for us.
And then Goodhart, he seems like he just has a mature approach dealing with a tough stretch, and then he really came through for you tonight. What do you thought about how he's dealt with all that? And then he gets hit in the head, and then he comes back and he got an RBI out of it, and then he comes back and has that big hit.
Yeah, it was big time. And then he got robbed by the second baseman. Made a great play on him. Had the shift on. He picked a short hop. But Matt had some good at bats. He easily could have had a couple more hits, and obviously got hit in the head. And it was scary from the side. It was with the bases loaded. Tried to go fastball in on him. It got away and ended up driving in a run there. I'm just glad he didn't get hurt. And but we need him. We got to get him going, and hopefully his confidence is up.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Andrew is next.
Dave, you kind of touched on it in your opening, but what did you think about y'all's approach against Rocker tonight? And was it kind of go as you had planned and as you had hoped?
Well, our plan is to try to keep him in the zone, lay out the high fastball and that hard curveball that he has has downward action, and it's hard to do. But our guys did it a few times, and it led to them getting ahead in the count, probably led to a hit here and there, and also led to some walks. And we got his pitch count up, and that's what we needed to do. It was just a super job by the hitters. I mean, we knew we were going to get a lot of hits off these guys. They have such good arms, but you gotta work the counts a little bit, and you got to come up with a couple big hits, and that's what we did.
And Wicklander had a really quick third inning, and it looked like that fourth inning might be pretty quick too. What did you see? What had happened there in the fourth inning?
Well, he got 2 quick outs and then a walk, a single up the middle, I think, and then like a 4-pitch walk. And then he went, I don't know, we got him after that. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't have his command tonight. And, uh, that's the way it works. You just never know what you're going to get. He's been so good for us and consistent. Better now than next week. I hope hopefully get that out of his system and he'll bounce back and have a great outing next weekend.
Nate is next.
Dave, just how big to get the day off tomorrow, not only for this tournament, but even next week?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to get tomorrow off. Our plan right now is probably around 12 tomorrow. We'll take the team over to Sanford and give them an option to just take some swings in the batting cage, and then we're going to lift weights. Take an hour and a half maybe, and let them just get ready for Saturday's game physically and mentally.
And you go with Bolden on Saturday then?
Yeah, that'd be who I haven't talked to coach about it, but I'm sure Bolden will pitch.
And if providing it goes to Sunday, is that TBA or do you have anybody in mind?
I think that would definitely be TBA. But we'll do what we can to win on Saturday. Hopefully we can get to Sunday. If we get there, anything can happen. So, it'll probably be a little bit of everybody if we're fortunate enough to play again on Sunday.
Thank you.
Jacob is next.
Dave, I don't think any of us were really sure how much we were going to see Cops in this tournament. What went into the decision to letting him get into the game tonight? And then obviously he had the quick 7th, but going all 3 innings.
Well, the decision to put him in the game was, we were planning on pitching him in this tournament, and it's kind of the formula we've been using. So we put him in the game. We were hoping that, we could get another inning out of Caden Monk, but obviously he couldn't find the strike zone. So with 2 balls on a batter, we brought Kevin in, and he did a great job. I mean, he got 9 outs and threw, I don't know, 27, 30 pitches somewhere in there. And, you might not see him anymore in the tournament. You might see him for an inning. We'll see.
Tom, you have a question?
Yeah, Dave. The TV cameras caught you saying to Goodhart, see the ball up. I think he had swung at a pitch in the dirt on the pitch before, and it's the next pitch he hit. Just your confidence in having him in the leadoff spot, despite what he had been going through.
Yeah, well, Matt usually makes pitchers work a little bit, so I like hitting him up there. He's also got some power. He hadn't had a home run in a while, and he's got 12 or 13 home runs, but I can't remember the last time he hit one. And I feel like that he can drive in some runs, when those guys at the tail end of the order are getting on. I mean, it's a good fit because he'll take a walk, and he's not just up there trying to unload, but when he does swing, I want him to swing. I want him to let it go, and swings and misses, strikes out, he strikes out. But it was good to see Matt go to the plate with a little bit more confidence tonight. And that was a beautiful swing when he unloaded and hit that ball opposite field over the left fielder's head, drove in a couple runs, and gave us our first lead of the night.
And then I had a question about just the overall confidence about where y'all are. I think you're 8-2 against teams that are in the top 5 when you played them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We just play. We have enough pitching to keep us in games. We usually don't, make too many mistakes in the field where we give up a real big inning, and then we fight you at the plate a little bit and put together an inning or two. And that's been the formula. That's been the kind of the demeanor of this team. They just keep playing. They play hard.
Okay, thanks. That's all I have.
We have any more questions, guys?
And I just had one more. Dave, you guys have been playing these ranked teams all year. And I think I figured out you're 18-4 against other teams in the coaches poll, which seems kind of ridiculous in a good way. But what do you think about that? And There seemed like a little extra buildup because you guys hadn't played Vandy. Rocker was pitching against Wicklander. Did you feel like you guys got a little more pumped up for this one?
Well, they were definitely excited to play, Vanderbilt. They've been so good over the last 10 years, and just having two big time starters and guys that are going to be really good drafts. And I mean, I think that the guys were a little extra hyped up because we hadn't played them in the 10-week season. So I don't know. I don't know what was the other part of that question.
Oh, you guys! I looked up the coaches poll. I'm not good at math, but I think I got this right. I think you're 18-4 against other teams in top 25. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think that our guys get really, and we don't look at that stuff too much or talk about it. Hey, we're playing a ranked team or make a big deal about it. So I don't think they make a big deal about it. They just show up and play whoever we're playing, and that's kind of been their mindset really since the beginning of the season.